Thank you for watching the Fun Parade podcast. This episode is brought to you by Winkies. Wings shaped like keys. Chicken's delicious.
We have a podcast theme song, and this is how it goes. We have a podcast theme song, now you know.
What happens?
Today's a very special day.
Yes, it's 420, Andy.
420.
Big holiday.
Big holiday. Everyone's been talking about 420. The social networks are exploding with people going, 420 this, 420 that.
Yeah.
And so, I'm excited to celebrate.
The internet's a buzz.
The internet's a buzz. Everyone's talking about it. And I thought, I got to get in on this 420
We got to get in on that
business.
420 business.
So I don't know what the holiday is. I know 420 is the date.
You don't know what the holiday is, Andy?
No, I
You
don't.
really don't know what the holiday 420 is all about?
I don't, but you make it sound like there's some big secret to know.
There is. I don't know it either.
You don't know?
I don't know it either.
Well, so I've gathered a few things. People said something like, I'm really excited about 420 where I can just hang out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, a lot of mans, a lot of dudes.
Dude, let's hang out. It's 420.
The guy was like, I can't wait to totally get crazy.
Yeah. Buy a Chrysler.
Yeah. Oh, you saw someone say Chrysler.
Yeah.
So that might be a clue.
It was Matthew McConaughey, and he was on TV.
Okay, so what does that mean then? 420 is that a day to buy a car?
Yeah.
Should we go buy a car?
Let's go buy a car.
Is that what everyone's doing today?
I think everyone's out buying
Can't
cars.
be, but-
I see people in cars. Where do they get them?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they have to get them on some day, and they get them on 420.
Yeah, 420.
And so the way they say it, 420 instead
Let's
of
put
April,
420 miles on this car today that I bought.
That's what I'm saying. I think because people aren't saying April 20th, saying 420, that must mean that 420 is a meaningful number for some reason on this day.
Maybe it's like a math thing. Like Pi Day?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I think I remember learning in class once that 4.20 is this really important number that kind of shows up in all these different equations.
It's because you can just drop the zero and go 4.2.
Oh.
4.2. That's twice the amount of 2.1. February 1st is 2.1. February 1st, 21. The number 23 starring Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey. Jim.
Okay, all right, hold on. I don't know that I follow your math exactly, but you ended up with Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
That's what you think 420 is about?
I think it's all about Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey's day?
Yeah.
I know that can't be right.
It sounds right to me.
So here's what I'm thinking. If it's 420, that's 420, right? And you remember that song, 99 Luftballons?
I do remember that song.
At a certain point, they go 240, I'm pretty sure.
They do.
But the 99 Luftballons, if they sing that every day for a year, that means that there's lots of balloons in the air. Lots of balloons in the air. It's kind of like that movie Up where they tied all those balloons to a house and the house went up in the air. Up in the air, George Clooney, up in the air, George Clooney. George Clooney is a movie star. You know who else is a movie star? Jim Carrey. I think you were right.
Jim Carrey.
Okay, all right, here we go. I think we got this. Hey, it's 420. Everyone's always talking about 420. We got to go buy a Chrysler. You know who else needs a Chrysler?
Jim Carrey.
I think we got this.
I think we
cracked the code.
I think we got it.
Happy Jim Carrey Day.
Happy Jim Carrey Day to you too, Andy.
What's your favorite Jim Carrey movie?
It has to be The Majestic.
Yeah, that's a good one. Mm-hmm. I like Earth Girls Are Easy.
Really?
No, I've never seen that one.
Really?
I thought it would be a funny answer.
Oh.
All right, happy 420.
Happy 420, y'all.
So as we do sometimes on this show, we keep the mic on when things are happening around the studio.
Yeah, you never know what kind of gold you're going to capture.
Characters come through here all the time. Sometimes we just aren't thinking about the podcast at the time. So you guys know that we've had some tech problems around here. We finally went with another company. The guy that came the last couple of times was no good.
Yeah.
So
we learned our lesson.
Yeah. So that guy should be coming fairly soon.
Oh, wow.
There he is.
Hold on, who got a problem with the computer up on here?
Hello. What is your name, sorry?
They call me Crawdad Greg.
Greg.
Hey, Greg, come take a look at your computer.
Greg, I don't like the sound of that. Greg.
Yeah. I do like the sound of Crawdad, though.
Yeah, Crawdad sounds fine.
Yeah, Crawdad Greg, we catch him all the time down the bayou. Scoop more prumin or gumbo. Yes.
Now, I'm picking up on an accent. Is that...
Oh, that's a Cajun accent. Cajun accent.
I was going to say
Cajun
Bostonian, but I was
accent.
way off.
Yeah.
Is there a reason you're wearing a mask?
No, don't worry about that mask. I'm gonna come clear with you boys to see my good, honest, God-fearing folk. And we river people. We always take care of our own. We always show respect.
Hey, come on.
Hey guys, it's me, Charles. You can call me Chuck this time.
All right, this time we call you Chuck.
Do you guys like my Cajun accent? Do you like my impression? Do you think it was good?
What? I don't even know how to answer the question.
I don't know why you would do it.
Karen left me, and
Karen?
yeah, my girlfriend of 4 years.
Oh. Sorry.
She said she would
I'm sorry to hear
never ever love me as long as she lived, and I was like, well, maybe she won't love Charles, maybe she can love Crawdad Greg. So I, just started kind of sleeping in the costume, eating a lot of po' boys and catfish, and just.
Are you still making chili, or is it all gumbo these days?
Well, I was trying to immerse myself in the character, so it was gumbo. I mean, it was really just spicy chili, but I was calling it gumbo to try and bleed into the role a little more.
Sure. Mm-hmm. So you came to our studio dressed as Crawdad Greg because you're practicing to get Karen back?
Yeah, I'm going to really have to sell it, and, it makes sense that I start incorporating Crawdad Greg into aspects of my everyday life.
Now, we did call another company.
Yeah.
Does this
how
company
are you here?
think they have an employee named Crawdad Greg?
Crawdad Greg has been working on the long game for about a good 6 months now.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I'm not at all concerned about your personal affairs. We called you here to fix a problem.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten to the issue.
Yeah.
If it's problems of the heart, I don't know what to tell you boys. I'm working on
Well, luckily it is
not a problem with the heart. That's fine. The H key on our keyboard is sticking.
Yeah.
We can't seem to get it ourselves.
Let me whip that around here. So we got
Take a look.
got a Word document open here. I'm just going to press this. Well, that's great if you just want to write.
We're not going to write
All right.
Please make it
Hey,
unstuck.
sometimes it helps to say out loud what the situation is so you can assess the damage done.
Okay.
Stuck the way
It's
Karen
stuck.
was stuck with you.
Well, don't encourage it, Tammy.
Maybe he's right.
No,
Maybe
he's not.
Maybe
Just
I'm-
fix the computer.
I think I am.
What is happening? Just fix the computer and leave. This is your job.
Maybe I'm stuck. What? Who am I kidding? I still wear this Fire Dogs varsity jacket we got from the Circuit City days. I'm not that guy anymore.
Are you a guy who can fix a computer?
I'm not Charles,
Yeah,
who
you're
used
Chuck.
to have a different girl on his arm every night when they go to the Sonic drive-thru right next door.
What are you
and
talking
sneak
about?
in to see Wild Wild West at the drive-in. And Kara doesn't love you.
Please, just stop beating yourself up. You
No!
don't need to- Yeah, no, please. You're
Yeah,
fine.
you're fine.
Everything's great.
You guys are good friends.
Well,
I don't know who we are.
I'm not interested.
I'm gonna
in
come
that
here
one.
all the time now.
Friends?
Whoa, don't come here again ever.
It's,
This is a dark time. You guys are there for me.
we're not
We're
at
not
all.
exactly there.
Oh.
But
No, I'm glad I've got the phone number and the company records. I can call you guys anytime.
Boy.
No. Which is going to be a lot because Karen's really doing a number on me. She's seeing another guy. His name's Chuck.
That is odd.
It's very weird.
Not a very common name these days.
He's on the Geek Squad over at the Best Buy. Karen's got it tight.
does she work in tech support?
No, she just likes to get fingered by guys in tech support.
Speaking of fingers, there's one key on that keyboard that's just a little stuck.
You guys got like a pop tab or a coin or like a coffee straw.
Shouldn't your work provide you with the tools you need?
Got fired from the other company. It's Crawdad Greg. Why would they need a Cajun that's good at riverboating and fishing? Makes no sense. It was a ruse.
Hey, Chuck,
Yeah,
can you please leave?
well, Chuck can go, but maybe Crawdad Greg can stick around.
No, I don't think so.
I'm not a fan of him either.
Yeah, he was weird, I think.
I won't forget this.
Alright, see ya.
See ya. Goodbye. very special guest here. Are you excited about it, Danny?
I'm very excited. Are you excited about it, Andy?
I'm thrilled.
I see that you're thrilled.
Tell the people why we have a guest today.
Okay, Andy. Well, we want to bring you the best show possible.
Best podcast.
And every episode of the Fun Parade. And this whole show, it's just a bunch of us talking.
Yeah, jibber jabber.
A lot of jibber jabber on the show. And I figured we should get better at this jibber jabber, and what better way to do that than to bring on Speech Coach?
We got a speech coach. Yeah, people are telling me all the time, they go, we love the show, we love the jokes, we love your banter.
Yeah.
We would like to hear improvement on your diction.
Yeah, people are very upfront and uppity about our diction.
People really want us to get that diction thing under control.
Yeah.
So, introduce the man that we have here in the studio.
Our guest here today is Speech Coach Dale Stein.
Hello, it's Dale Stein.
It's Dale
Dale
Stein.
Stein. Your name is Dale Stein.
That's my name.
Mr. Stein.
I got to tell you, Mr. Stein, I was on your website. You have a very impressive track record of training lots of the greatest public speakers in the country today. Tell us a little bit about how you got into this business.
I don't know. I guess talking is a skill I acquired when I was 2, you know?
You were 2 years old, you learned to talk.
Yeah. When did you guys figure it out?
I guess I figured out talking at about a year and a half old, maybe. I
Yeah,
don't
that
know.
sounds about when I... Well, some might say I haven't even figured it out now.
I know, that's why we need Mr. Stein here.
Yeah, that's what I say all the time.
So, how long have you been teaching people how to speak clearly in English?
Since I was 2.5.
So you learned to speak at 2 and you started teaching at 2.5.
Yeah. My dad first.
You taught your dad
You
how
taught your
to
own
speak
dad.
better?
Yeah.
And is he better at it now?
I hope so.
Okay, lesson number 1. People walk through your door. What do you tell them from the beginning to improve their speaking ability?
Drink tea. Because you'll be a better listener too.
Lesson number 1, drink tea. And then that also is all the other lessons, it sounds like.
No.
No.
Then you come back.
Then for time 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so, alright, knock, knock, knock. I just drank a bunch of tea.
Yeah. Hey, we met.
Yeah, we did meet.
Yeah. I'm Dale Stein.
I'm here for lesson number 2.
Just start talking.
Lesson number 2 is just start talking.
Yeah. Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah,
You drink water.
sometimes.
Lesson 3.
What's lesson 3?
Drink water?
9 glasses.
9 glasses of water a day,
Wow.
in addition to the tea.
Yeah.
Okay, these lessons are great. We appreciate it. I was thinking that one way that we could maybe put your lessons into practice would be to read a pre-written script, and then you can tell us, what to adjust as we read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. So I have up here an Aesop's Fable. I just picked one out of the blue. It's called The Pomegranate, Apple Tree, and Bramble.
Do you have any problems with this?
Does this sound fine?
Yeah. Fruits.
Fruits.
I like that.
Fruits, okay.
Eat a lot of fruits.
All right, I'll go ahead and start with me. Danny will do the second lesson. I'm going to start reading this. Stop me anytime I do something wrong. The pomegranate. Okay.
The
The pomegranate. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, don't exaggerate it. Just be subtle.
The pomegranate.
It's not granite. It's not granite.
Granite.
No.
The pomegranate.
Granite.
Granate.
Yeah.
Okay. The pomegranate and apple
Not
tree.
the. It's just the.
The
Yeah.
the pomegranate and apple tree.
It's hard, I know.
I know. I didn't have enough tea. The pomegranate and apple tree disputed as to which was the most beautiful. So far, so good?
I was just blown away by how wrong you were. Let's just take it step by step.
Where should we pick up?
The.
The pomegranate.
This is unbelievable. It's just 3 letters with 1 vowel.
Can you read this?
No. I can show you how to walk the walk.
All right. Tell Danny what to do.
You've been listening, right?
Uh-oh. Yeah, I've been listening.
You get the first word wrong and I'm out of here.
Okay, I'll do my best.
That's not good enough.
I'm just gonna do the best I can.
Just do it right, Danny. Just do it right.
Okay. Alright.
You know my name.
Yeah, it's Dale Stein.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why were you so nervous?
Because you're yelling at me.
I'm not yelling. I just want the best out of you.
Thanks, Dale. All right, this one's
Mr. Stein.
This one's called The Man and His Two Wives. In the old days, when men were allowed to have many wives, a middle-aged man had one wife. As it
You're
may...
reading, you're not singing a song.
So less sing-songy is what you're trying.
No rhythm.
Read it with no rhythm?
No rhythm.
Okay. In the old days, when...
Not from the beginning, please.
Okay. Now, the man's hair made him look...
All right, I'm going to get in. I don't know that we're actually improving at all.
Yeah.
We're not.
Have you noticed? So you're with me. You noticed no improvement.
I'm not with you.
Well, okay, but you've noticed that neither of us have gotten better because of your teaching.
Because of your inability.
All right, so we're
Inherently.
fine. All right, so we can't ever be better. We just wasted $500 on bringing you into the studio.
I would like a testimonial for my website, though.
Do you want a spoken testimonial?
Yeah. I guess $500 is worth listening to you again.
What should I say in your testimonial?
I'm great.
I'm great.
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 Yeah. People will get it.
Yeah, people will get it. Great.
Great.
Can I go?
Yeah, you can go. Can we have you back again?
No. But you can always find me on my website.
Do you want to plug your website?
No.
All right, Dale Stein, everyone.
Mr. Stein.
Mr. Stein.
Mr. Stein, everybody.
Yeah.
He's back just to give us a little update on his life. Welcome everyone back to the show, Keith Little.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
What's been going on for you these days?
Well, I was guarding the desert. Yeah, I was guarding in the desert more, but I got fired from that.
Well, what were you guarding while you were in the desert?
Well, I was guarding mirages.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are they under threat? What?
Well, they're just kind of sitting there. Some people can see them, some people can't. I'm guarding them against the people who can see them.
What types of mirages?
Anything, oases, refreshing pools of water. I've had some people who have seen dinosaurs and various celebrities. Some have been like celebrity dinosaurs. Like there was like a brontosaurus, but it kind of looked like Patrick Swayze a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I have an idea of what the answer to this question is, but why don't you work in the desert anymore as a guard?
Just not people. There's just not as many people getting lost in the desert as there used to be. So like nothing silly is happening.
Yeah,
around.
Bad economy.
Funny
Yeah.
business.
Yeah, there's no funny stuff happening in the mirages. So it's like if there's nothing funny to watch or guard against, like what are you doing?
Times are tough out there.
Yeah, it
that's
is.
true.
It's difficult.
So you don't work at the desert anymore?
No, I don't. I
So
don't.
what have you been up to since then?
Well, I got another gig. I was guarding a guy's apartment.
So you were just guarding like an apartment complex?
No, I was specifically guarding one man's apartment.
You were?
Wow.
Yeah, I just stood outside his door. Yeah.
How'd you get that job?
Yeah.
It was like in the newspaper. It was like, he took out like an ad, and I was like, hey, I'll do that.
Yeah, you're qualified.
Yeah.
You've guarded lots of things
Yeah,
before.
guarded all sorts of things. This is pretty, actually, compared to what I've been guarding and like my methods, this is actually pretty conventional.
Right?
So how do you like it there?
I'm actually not working there anymore.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
What was it like though while you were there? Like that's a very
Well, this is pretty typical. Like I said, conventional. I just stand out there and like make sure nobody gets in. This one guy kept trying to get in, and like I was like, "Oh no, Mister, you're not getting in. I know how this works." And he's like, "Man, I live here, you idiot." And I'm like, "Nuh-uh, that's exactly. I'm not falling for that again. I watch Saturday morning cartoons. Do you have any idea how much like Foghorn Leghorn I've watched?"
I just want to be clear. The same man came to this apartment every day and needed to get in, and you kept him out?
Yeah. I mean, he was very persistent, but like I'm tenacious, and when you give me a job, I'm gonna do it.
So how could you have gotten fired? It sounds like you did the job very well.
Yeah, I don't know. I just got a phone call that said I was fired, and like he hung up before I could get an explanation. I don't know. Maybe I was doing my job too well. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it was that guy. Maybe it was that guy on the phone, and he was like, he somehow like got into the apartment and like got to call like.
So maybe he did get into the apartment once you got fired. Is that what you're saying?
Oh man, I should go back there.
I think you should.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back there. I'm gonna kick that door in. I'm gonna beat that guy to death, and he's gonna be like my hero. He'll be like all in a day's work.
Well, a master at his craft, Mr. Keith Little. Thank you for being here.
Thank
with
you
us.
for coming back.
Yeah, thanks for having me back, guys.
Sure thing. We were able to track Dale back down. We chased him out to his car, grabbed him, brought him back in the studio. We want you to do just one more thing for us.
One more thing, Dale.
It's not often we get a professional speaker in the studio. Could you just read one of our ads?
Of course, I had such a great time here.
Okay, great. Wow, you really changed your tune. Okay, I got the ad right here. Okay, if you could just read out this ad, we would really love it. We'll put it right there in the middle of the podcast.
Alright, to all you listeners of The Fun Parade. The Fun Parade is brought to you by Jill's Toffee Shop off Main and 2nd Street. According to Jill, there's no toffee like it. Silky, smooth, delicious, edible, it's brown, depressing, and most of all, is Jill. Tell them Jennifer sent you. Yum yum.
Danny, we've got a guest. We haven't had him on in a little bit, but it's one of our favorite guests. He's a guy. He came on. He was taking night classes.
Yeah, he was a very, very good guest on the show, and we're very happy to have him back after a little bit of a delay. Joining us in studio is Rex Chapman.
Rex Chapman is here. Christophe, that's right.
The psychic.
Christophe the psychic. So yeah, he was taking these classes, and last time we talked to him, he was showing us some of his abilities. And he told us that the next classes he was going to take were astrology, reading runes, reading tea leaves.
Guys, I'm gonna,
one of them was...
Andy, could I cut you off?
Yes.
I actually stopped going to the classes.
You haven't gone to any of the classes?
I sort of learned all that I could. I'm a professional psychic now. The other people, I wasn't really vibing with them. They were kind of mean, basically. I mean, there was a lot of homework that I didn't expect from a night class.
Yeah, right. I have to say, you've been telling us that you took these as night classes, but what do you do during the day?
Oh, I'm a janitor at the rec center. Yeah. So to me, it's a hassle. I get off work, go home, gotta come back to where I work. It was just too much, guys.
You could have stayed at the rec center.
Maybe I have an hour break before my night class. I want to enjoy myself. I don't want to be at the place I work.
So, but you're a professional psychic now.
Yeah.
What kinds of hijinks has that gotten you into?
I've done a couple birthday parties, children's parties. I go up to each individual kid and I say, "Billy, have you lost anybody? Your dad passed away recently? It was cancer? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Your dad says hello, Billy. Your dad says, don't worry about the money, Billy." And then I go on to the next kid and I say, "Terry, did you lose anybody recently? Your sister?" Billy's dad says hello. Billy's dad says, don't worry about the money. And then I make balloon animals to lighten it up a little bit. I can make a doggy. It's fun for the kids.
How much do you charge for something like that?
Well, it's by the hour. It's usually, the sessions are from 6 to 8 hours. It includes a meal. You have to cook a meal for me. If there's cake, if there's any cake left over, I get to take it home. I get my choice of one of the presents. I know which one the best one is. I know where the iPad is. So it's a pretty good gig I got going.
Yeah, it's not a bad gig.
Yeah.
Especially after 2.5 night classes.
2.5 night classes. Here I am, Christophe the Magnificent.
So you're doing these birthday parties. Are you doing anything else professionally?
I started teaching my own classes.
Oh,
my own psychic classes.
Your own psychic classes.
Wow,
where's this at?
The rec center. It competes with the ones that are going on.
It's at the same time?
I charge $5 less. I'm twice as good. The class is half as long, about 20 minutes long, if I'm on time. And what's nice is at the end you get a certificate that I personally made. I use Windows Photoshop. I put a bunch of nice clip art on it. And then it says, Psychic Master Graduate of Christophe the Magnificent's class, Rec Center, 2015. And then you can put it on the wall, and people will know you're a real psychic.
So you're certifying?
I'm certifying them.
Wow.
Yeah. For a fee, you can get certified.
Sure. What kind of lessons? What's day one in your
Day
class?
1 is palm reading.
Okay.
Day 2 is talking to the dead. Day 3, we have a potluck. I usually bring Swedish meatballs or some sort of barbecued meat. Any leftovers, I usually take a couple home. This one guy, he made spinach dip. It was out of this world. I've never had anything like it. He gave me the recipe. He's a professional psychic now, too. He gave me the recipe. I'll give it to you guys after this show. Yeah, so that's day 3. And then day 4 is graduation. We still serve some light snacks like cheese cubes, Triscuits. It's a ceremony. You're not stuff in your face.
So no meatballs.
So no meatballs. Well, if there's leftover meatballs from the week before, then I'll bring them. If there's usually none left. And then there's an award for my top student.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they get, besides their certificate, they also get an award.
Who won your most recent top student?
I have won the past 3.
You won your own top student award?
How many have there been?
There's been 3.
So
I'm the best.
Sure, I guess so.
I mean, it makes sense.
What does the award look like?
It's a trophy that says, well, it basically says Psychic Master, Christophe the Magnificent, Rec Center 2015. It says the same thing as the certificate. It's just a
Rex,
trophy.
I gotta say, it's been a wild ride having you on the show.
Guys, I appreciate, but Christophe is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
Okay, whatever.
Fine.
Rex.
Christophe the Magnificent, it's great to have you on the show.
Yeah, go to my website. It's ChristopheTheMagnificentRegCenter.org. I have a list of, you can sign up for my class there. I have my recipe for Swedish meatballs. I'm going to post the recipe for Spanish. There's pictures of me with celebrities, pictures of me without celebrities. All my information is at ChristopheTheMagnificentRegCenter.org. Twitter, same name.
So on Twitter, it's at Christophe the Magnificent RecCenter.org.
Correct. Yep.
Okay, wow.
And I have lots of tweets.
Well, it sounds like you're doing a lot of great things.
I'm doing a lot of great things, guys.
And it was wonderful to have you
Yeah,
on.
thank you for
I
coming
appreciate
by
it.
again.
Appreciate it.
Oh, okay. We're all done now. But come back next time and we're going to do some more of a show for you. I totally promise you this. Go to thefunparade.com or search The Fun Parade on iTunes. You can subscribe, download new episodes, and so forth. It would be a great idea. Just trust me. Thanks, of course, to our guests today, who include Vivek Yinamandra, Dustin Meadows, Peter Brick, and Mike Kolar. Musical help, of course, comes from Lance Allen, Kevin MacLeod, and bensound.com. They wrote the song you're listening to now.
It's hard. I can do cricket commentary in Yorkshire accent. Yeah, like my mum always used to say that. What a the way you are.